some leading economists have suggested that the pandemic has caused much more structural and fundamental changes to the global economy, similar to what we have seen after, in different way, of course, after the financial crisis. And they suggest that inflation probably will become a much more persistent problem, and inflation will stay on a much higher level than, especially not only the ECB, but also other central banks suggest and expect at the moment. What do you think of these ideas? And my second question relates to the Bitcoin. As you're aware, El Salvador has announced to make the Bitcoin now as an official currency. Are you concerned about this move? Thank you very much.
On the inflation having more persistent impact as a result of the pandemic, I'm assuming that you're referring to economists such as Larry Summers, maybe Olivier Blanchard and a few others. I think that their point has more to do with the massive stimulus that has been given by the various plans, including in particular the last Biden plan to be voted of over $1.8 trillion. And the fact that there might be overheating as a result of that, and therefore inflation that would be higher than what is currently expected. I think that the US economy situation and the euro area economy situation, it's a very, very different story. The two economies are at a different point in the recovery cycle. They start from a completely different base. The fiscal stimulus that have been put in place, at least in end of 2020 and beginning of 2021, are of a different magnitude. And as a result, whatever is ultimately the characterization, the longevity of the price upward pressure that would occur in the United States, I think is completely different from anything that we will see in the euro area. Although, of course, there will be some spillover, as I think I've indicated at our last March conference, as a result of the Biden plan, but certainly of too small a magnitude to actually make a huge difference. But we will be, pandemic is also a factor of what happens. Spillovers from the global economies will have on a domestic economy, and we will be very attentive, and we will look into that as we look carefully at the exchange rates as well. On your second point, I'm no longer familiar with the situation in El Salvador. I know that it's a country that is under IMF program. I think the issue of having a dual tender in a particular economy is a difficult one, and that certainly does not change our approach to crypto assets and to the regulations, supervision, and proper classification that they should be under in order to avoid misinformation and misleading representations.
Thank you. And the next question.